SoundCloud rapper XxXTentacion claims he was jumped by the Migos in Los Angeles on the evening of Monday, November 13, 2017. He also claims that the Bad and Bougie trio pulled a gun on him, his girl, and his friend.
I'm just letting y'all know from now though, I'm a man before anything, nigga, and I'm gonna take my fucking ass beating like a man, and I'm gonna carry myself like a man, and this shit don't affect me. Y'all niggas gonna lose money fucking with me.
Now if you're wondering why the Versace rappers have beef with the artist behind Jocelyn Flores, well, the bad blood goes back all the way to X's beef with Drake. While X was behind bars, Drake previewed a new song that some observed sounded a lot like X's song Look at Me. After getting a chance to hear it for himself, X went after Drake in a series of tweets, which included this gem: "I'm not the first dude he bit, nor will I be the last. Drake a pussy dude, money don't buy you respect." Offset broadcast himself on Instagram Live listening to a radio interview where X criticized Drake and offered some of his own thoughts on the matter, stating, "You dude is silly. How you unheard of talking about a dude stole your swag when we ain't even heard of you, shorty, get your ass out of jail." Later, when Offset criticized Lil Uzi Vert for wearing an upside down cross necklace, X decided to get his revenge by weighing in.
Hey man, tell this pussy nigga Offset to get off a nigga dick, man. Fuck you on that young nigga dick for him, man. I don't respect no nigga that don't want to see a young nigga prosper. That shit pussy, you supposed to want to help the new generation.
That last comment is a bit of a strange critique of Offset's relationship with Uzi, since aside from criticizing his fashion choices, he also let him do this on the highest charting Migos song of all time. Anyway, now that the beef has moved from insults to fisticuffs, I feel it's my duty to settle this in a non-violent 3-round matchup to determine who's the better victor. My name's Michael McCrudden, and let me know who you think's gonna win this versus in the comments down below. Okay, so we have an update. As it turns out, X's attackers were not the Migos, and X had to apologize for blaming them. Still, you gotta imagine with the false accusations and their pre-existing beef, well, X and the Migos still have some issues to hash out. So let's continue on with this versus. Round 1, fight! The rapper Pitbull, he once said, "The measure of a hip-hop artist is the quantity and quality of his collaborations. You want to know if an MC is truly great? Look at his features." Okay, fine, Pitbull never actually said that, at least as far as I know, but you gotta imagine he's been thinking that for at least 15 years. So in tribute to Pitbull, this round's gonna be all about who's got the better collaborators. As I've already mentioned, the Migos scored a feature from 2016's XXL freshman Lil Uzi Vert for their track Bad and Bougie. More recently, they've featured artists like Gucci Mane, Nicki Minaj, and Cardi B on some of their 2017 singles. This year, they've also scored appearances from the likes of DJ Khaled, 2 Chainz, and Travis Scott. But going back as far as 2013, the Migos have scored appearances on tracks by some pretty popular artists. That year they featured on a song by Soulja Boy before getting onto a song by A$AP Ferg. In the ensuing years they'd appear on tracks by Carnage, Ray J, Grander, Fall Out Boy, and YFN Lucci. In 2017 so far they've appeared on Calvin Harris's song Slide, which also featured Frank Ocean. They appeared on Mike Will Made It song Gucci On My, which also featured 21 Savage and YG. They were also on Lil Yachty's Peekaboo, Katy Perry's Bon Appetit, and Sean Paul's Body. They also dropped in Steve Aoki's Night Call and appeared on Gucci Mane's I Get the Bag. 2 Chainz featured the Migos on Blue Cheese, and DJ Khaled featured them twice this year, once on Major Bag Alert and another one on Iced Out My Arms, which also featured Future, 21 Savage, and T.I. So basically, Migos collaborators are a list of who's who in the hip hop game. So X, can he compete? Let's take a look. In 2015, X appeared on Crush by a guy called Fuckboy Tay. He also collaborated with a guy named Sans. I don't know who either of these guys are, but the same year X did make an appearance in a song by Smoke Perp, who's making some serious waves in the underground rap scene. Not even that underground anymore. Anyway. That year he also collaborated with Ski Mask the Slump God, as he would in all years since. I won't bother to list all the collaborations these two have done, because the two really came up together as a partnership. Moving on to 2016, X appeared on a couple songs by Ronnie J, one which featured Denzel Curry. He also worked with Denzel Curry again on the song Purposely. That year X worked with Smoke Perp again, and appeared on a song by Rob Banks. Finally, in 2017, X made an appearance on songs by Kodak Black and Juicy J. He also got features from artists like Trippie Redd, Rich Chigga, and once again Smoke Perp. Now I've done before there are famous videos on all three of those guys, so they must be doing something right. But also in 2017, X and Ski Mask the Slump God made headlines after Ski Mask announced he would be distancing himself from X. Now losing his key collaborator is a serious blow to X, plus the dude's never worked with Billy, so I gotta give round 1 to the Migos. There you go. Round 2, fight! Now the odds might have been stacked in favor of the Migos in round 1, sure, just like the Migos, X is signed with Capitol Records, but compared to him he's still kinda underground. Migos have been in the game longer and have had way more time to parlay their mainstream success into hot features. So to make it up to X, let's have a look at something that means a whole lot more for a 19-year-old. I'm talking of course about popularity on social media. When it comes to Facebook, the pages for the Migos has over 2.2 million likes and the same number of followers. As for X's page, he's got just 728,000 likes and 736,000 followers. Of course, as any millennial knows, Facebook is for grandpas, so let's look, at a different platform. On Twitter, the Migos have 1.7 million followers compared to just 781,000 for X. Now as much as I'd like to count these figures, as everyone knows, Twitter is also for grandpas who like to read. So let's take a look at a platform that everyone can respect. Let's look at Instagram. On Instagram, the Migos have a massive following of 5.3 million. X has an almost equally impressive 4.5 million followers. Now that's not looking good for X, but there are some mitigating factors here. First of all, X has repeatedly cleared all of the content from his Instagram. For example, right now his page is totally blank. You gotta admit, it's pretty impressive he's even in the same league as the Migos, with absolutely no images other than his profile pic, which is currently a picture of Takeoff, which I suspect might be photoshopped. Add to that the growth rate of each Instagram profile. According to Social Blade, the Migos are growing by about 85,000 followers per day. X more than doubles this growth rate, adding about 18,000 followers each and every day. So if these trends continue, it won't be long before X catches up and passes the Migos in the Instagram game. Seems like a wash so far, so let's take a look at the only social media platform that really matters for hip hop artists: SoundCloud. On that site with 205 tracks posted, the Migos have an impressive 843,000 followers. That's a very impressive following for SoundCloud, so let's take a look at how X stacks up. Well, with just 57 tracks posted, X has an amazing 1.45 million subs. That almost doubles the Migos, and he gets bonus points for doing it with fewer tracks. Plus, he's threatened to delete all his songs in the past, but I don't know whether that would have helped him or hurt him. Anyway, what I do know is that XxXTentacion, he wins this round. Round 3, fight! Finally, since it's coming to blows, let's talk about street cred. You might think the Migos already have this in the bag, what with them kicking X's ass, but according to X, they refuse to fight him one-on-one, which really makes him look like more of a tough guy. Of course, he then went on to snitch on the Migos via social media, and he's gotta lose some cred for that. You know what? Let's just settle it by checking out the rap sheets. When it comes to legal issues, the Migos have had their fair share, especially Offset. When they first entered the spotlight around 2013, Offset was locked up in Georgia's DeKalb County Jail for violating his probation, which he had in turn received because of a prior felony conviction on burglary and theft charges. Since then, the group had a few brushes with the law, especially in 2015. In April of that year, the trio were arrested along with 12 members of their entourage for possession of weed and other unnamed controlled substances, possession of firearms within a school safety zone, possession of firearms during the commission of a crime, and possession of firearms by convicted felons. While in custody, Offset received additional charges of battery and inciting a riot within a penal facility after he attacked another inmate and caused severe injuries. Upon hearing the decision, Offset shouted obscenities and was escorted out of the courtroom. Offset was finally released after accepting a plea deal in December of 2015. 3 months later, he was arrested again for driving with a suspended license. Like the Migos, X's criminal past goes way back. He was sent to a youth detention center in 2014 on a gun possession charge. In July of 2016, he was arrested and charged with robbery and assault with a deadly weapon after entering a guy's house, pistol whipping him, and making off with an iPad, an iPhone, a Sony PSP, and $20 in cash. I guess that's all the guy had. Anyway, After posting bail, which was more than $20, he still awaited trial and he was arrested again. This time the charges were no fun at all, although it should be noted that he has not been found guilty of them just yet. He stands accused of a series of charges including false imprisonment, witness tampering, and aggravated battery, all relating to his alleged domestic abuse of his pregnant girlfriend. I can give X some street cred for gun possession and robbing a guy, assuming that guy did something to deserve it. I can also give him some bonus points for stealing $20, but he ain't gonna get no street cred points for allegedly abusing his pregnant girlfriend. So it seems like both X and the Migos got street cred for gun possession and robbery, but only the Migos, as far as I can tell, have been arrested for smoking pot, inciting a riot, and yelling obscenities in a courtroom. So my verdict is clear. The Migos are guilty of winning round 3, and therefore, this edition of Versus. So there you have it, a win for the Migos. Let me know if you agree with my decision in the comments down below. Give this video a like if you agree, and if you disagree, we'll still give the video a look. I mean a like. I work hard for these things. For real. Thanks for checking out this video, and for the record, I do not actually endorse any criminal behavior of any kind. Seriously, don't do it. Okay. My name's Michael McCrudden, thanks for watching this video, and check out these other suggested Versus videos down below. I picked them out just for you, and now I'll see you guys in another video.